Okay. New player circle.
Let's get to it. Player Circle Podcast, man. Another one like the other one, man. What's going on, man? On this episode of the Player Circle Podcast, we'll be discussing a few topics, few subjects that's going on right now in the world. But all of these subjects and topics are going to tie into managing emotions, mindset, mental health challenges, social anxiety, anger, depression, anxiety, losing it on people in emotional situations, and how to develop a healthier mindset. And we're going to kick this off, as always, with an opening from PT the Great, man. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, what's going on, man? Welcome to the Player Circle Podcast, where we don't try to fit a square into a circle. You come here to be deprogrammed and reprogrammed so you can get with deprogrammed. Let's get it going, man.
Yeah, man. That's hey, let's get to this shit, man. How's everybody doing, man? Mental health check. We've been missing a couple weeks. How's everybody doing?
Hey, man, we here.
I want to start by saying, I want y'all to look. First episode, third episode, sixth episode. Just watch the transition.
Grab the mic. You gotta put the mic up.
Watch the transition. It's gonna be a good one. So I want everybody to know that my man is mental health. Also, is part of it is your wellness and your being of your physical. And my man is getting his physical together. So watch my guy.
And mental too.
And the physical is helping the mental. It's all coming full circle. So just watch the transformation. So we want to give a hand clap and a congratulations on what you're doing for sure. We're here with you on this, my brother. Congratulations on that. That's a great start to this mental, physical, emotional challenge that we're getting ready to face. So want to get that out.
All right, man. What's been going on? We at episode 3 now. We've been looking at the numbers and everything. What everybody think on it? Everybody watch the episodes. Let's everybody take on this, man. I'm gonna start with you. RJ, what's up, man? You watch the episodes. What's your take on it? What's your input on
everything is going good. Everything is going good. We're going to keep discussing. I think one of the big things that we are trying to make sure that we do is provide solutions, right? Mm-hmm. So we also know about what the issue is. We know the issues, but we now are trying to give back some solutions or possible changes that we might have done back then if we could have. Amen. With the knowledge that we have today. So episodes have been great. We've been doing great. I'm enjoying everything, but the big focus here for me moving forward is making sure that we get those solutions out and that encouragement out to individuals so that somebody can make a different decision.
All right, PT, man, what's going on? What's your thoughts on what you've been seeing so far from the Player Circle?
I'm loving the process, man. The beautiful thing is y'all get to see us go from zero to hero. You know, and it's happening quickly and swiftly, man. You know, this is a beautiful thing. So tune into the process. And those of you who have wanted to do something, it doesn't have to necessarily be a podcast. It's anything in your life. You know, first episode, it was like 4,000 views. Second episode, we went to 25K, man, in about 3 weeks, in a shorter amount of time than we had the first episode up. So keep paying attention, man, but know that if we can do this, you can do it yourself. So get involved. Wow.
Bo, sure. Yeah, talk to me, Bo, man. Look, you just went through something, man, through some life-changing things, man, and took a break from this for a minute, and we all took this break with you, man, and we had to make sure our brother was here. And talk to us, man. What you going through? What's going on, man? Appreciate you being here with us.
I'm happy to be back, man. I had to go get my life straight. I went through a little procedure, gastric sleeve, and just trying to live an overall healthier life. My mind is in a whole different space now. I really don't, I just learned to let everything go, man. I can't be holding on to stuff. I repaired some relationships with my sister and brother. And
we didn't talk about this.
Yeah, man. I just was sitting there and I was just like, man, you know what? I said, I'm the little brother. I said, I gotta drive. I gotta be the driver.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
If I don't do it, then they set in their ways. It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So I just took charge and just reached out to them like, hey, let's go have a sit down, eat somewhere, chill, whatever, do whatever, you know.
How was that?
Man, it was great. We picked up right where we left off. You know what I'm saying? it was cool, man.
That's family shit.
And I just brought everything to the table. Like, if y'all got any problems with me, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? I let my sister know that I'm not the same person that she knew when I was a kid.
Oh, conversation we had in here.
Yeah, you know, I'm
Yes,
totally
sir.
different now, and she saw it, and I could see that she was just like, oh, well, man, you working and you doing this and you doing that, and she was like, what's your credit score? I showed her my credit score.
Look.
723. She's like, my little brother really growing up. I'm like, yeah. I said, I ain't got time for games no more. I'm out here trying to live, and I'm just trying to change the narrative for how y'all see me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on my auntie next because she, you know, my auntie been tripping.
Speak
off
to that, man. It's not too late. Speak to that. This change you talking about, man. We spoke on it before. Like you said, you was convicted of murder at 12, man. Here you are now, 37 years old, talking about change. Talking about 45.
That made me look good.
Hey,
That's
if
all
you're
that made me look
37, but now look, 40-something years old, and you're like, man, look. So it's never too late to change, is what you're telling us, all your brothers and stuff like that, too.
You can change whenever you feel like you need to change, but it's not gonna take like anybody else to try to convince you to change. You gotta want to do it yourself, because that's all. And I was stubborn. I was stubborn for the most part of my life, especially when dealing with siblings and things, you know, out in the streets, whatever, whatnot. But man, I just was like, man, I'm about to take charge of my life. I made a decision to get a gastric sleeve. That was probably the best decision I made in a long time. And on top of that, I was just like, what made me wait so long? I should have been in this to get my mind right. And now, man, I'm in a better space.
Working, doing what you love,
doing what I
hey.
do. Yeah, man.
Doing what we love. Sick, man.
That's good to hear, my brother.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sick, man. What's going on, man? This is the Mr. Put Everything Together, man. What you think? Cause you sitting back there and looking at one of your babies, one of your children there. What's your thoughts on this situation, man?
It's really a beautiful thing. I think, you know, they said the best time to do something was, what they say, yesterday, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I think I got tired of doing that. I think Bo actually is the one that, he had the sentence that got me to move. Because I do a lot of shit for a lot of people, not even just like on personal favor shit. My role in a lot of work I've done has been being like the capo, right? Like, you need something done, call me, we'll make it happen. Sure. But it's your vision, it's your job, it's your company, it's your shit. And Bo said, you always helping everybody make their shit happen. When you gonna make your shit happen? That's the one sentence. And I called I called RJ, I called Party, I called Scoop, I called you, I called about 6 other people. I got about 5, I called about 15 people. I got 6 things moving. You know what I mean?
Hey, good, man.
So this, it's a beautiful thing, man, and it's like, I think, and you know what's really dope about it is like, we're doing this right, and I feel like even if nothing comes out of this, like in terms of like business and all that shit, and like even if we don't get like blow up as like a podcast, like even just what I get out of just sitting here and chilling with y'all and just talking and stuff like that, that's even, to me, that's even just work.
That's winning.
It's the fellowship.
It's the
That's what you
fellowship,
call.
brother.
That's what Birdman and them was talking about. Hood rich. You rich, and I try to tell my sons to value the things right now that truly make you rich. This is what makes us rich. There's a lot of rich people that don't got people they can sit down and go talk to about their issues.
And I say, how many times we've been seeing each other since the last one?
You know, a bunch of times.
I just ran into him like, hey.
I'm saying, stay in here. No. I'm in here all the time. I'll be walking in, he be in here with Mr. I'll be like,
It's funny,
stay in here.
we talked about Thug Therapy that Fab's doing, and School said, I think I seen you
I
there.
seen PT.
Wait, hold on. And Fab posted his little video about Thug Therapy, and you don't want to
For sure.
So, but it's one of these things, is like, I realized I've dealt with a lot of people that's bridge burners.
Right.
And I realized I'm a bridge builder.
Because
Because it's not even just me saying I could do shit with different people. I've actually, one of the things that I've noticed about myself is that I build relationships where when I connect people that I fuck with, they automatically just fuck with each other.
These are my big brothers now. Like, you feel me? Like,
This your big brother, when you meet them?
How long we been doing this?
2 months.
March.
2 months ago. We started like that's
So you see what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, there's like, I'm not a religious person, but I believe in the divine or the universe. So I think some of it is just like, and I use a lot of quotes from religious texts that say, God will throw a pebble before he throws a stone. And, I try to pay attention to the pebbles because the stones hurt like a motherfucker. I've had my share of stones.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. Sometimes it's like, hey, you need to get out of this situation. You need to get out of this job. You need to get out of this relationship. And sometimes it's like, hey, you need to shake this, make this happen. And to me, this is one of those examples. And for people watching, if you see Player Circle Podcast, this is like the surface level of the shit we do. We got a lot of shit that we have plans for. It's a lot of other shit that's already moving. And, for us, it's not just about disseminating information and advice. We're already out there on the ground, in the street.
Boots
all of us
in the streets.
boots on the ground already, and we're just getting organized, and we're tired of waiting on other people to come and do the shit that needs to be done. And this is one of the first steps in us basically taking lead, taking charge, and saying, it's our time now. I waited.
Look, I watched everybody had their turn. You feel me? And I've been him.
And that's how I met you. Somebody else's vision. Yeah. And that's how we connected. But now I just feel like it's our time. And I feel like this is true for everybody, is whatever you want to do, you already have what you need to make it happen. Sure. The only thing that's really stopping you is yourself. And when you said that to me, what clicked in my head was like, the only reason why I haven't done any of this shit is me. Yeah. So as soon as I stopped getting in my own way, this shit happened right away. And I love the energy. Like, there's some people that want to do 6,000, they want to get everything perfect for their year rolling. But the demonstration of that here is, we said we're gonna record. We didn't have everything we said we was gonna have, but we recorded, and it's like you said, 4,000 views, 25,000 views. And whatever the views are, we just know that if we do shit the way that we do shit, it's gonna grow. It's gonna be organic, and it's gonna keep going. So to me, it's an inspiration. It's a testament to what I believed coming into it, and it's validation for where we're going and all the wonderful things we're gonna do for ourselves and for all the community and people around us. Because we can't keep waiting for somebody else to come save us. We gotta save it for it's on us for sure.
I said that at the Thug Therapy. It's definitely on us. I don't want to keep asking what the government don't do, what anybody else planning to do. It's on us. These y'all badass nephews outside with us and stuff. These y'all sons and stuff outside. They don't. Nobody else. It's on us to be the big homie. So OG, I gotta ask you too. Gotta get to it. Social media ain't your thing. You say that social media ain't your thing, but you're a part of this thing that's growing and it's doing great right now. The numbers are doing great. Your clips are going crazy. The people love you. I knew from the moment I met you that the people was gonna love you because you're so passionate, and just the game you had from that very first time I met you. What is it like for you to be a part of this?
Oh man, I really appreciate you guys. Really. I really appreciate you. It's bridging the gap. We're gonna bridge the gap. We're gonna cross some bridges. We're gonna tear down some, we're gonna cross some. We're gonna make this serious. I can't wait, man. There's so much. You know what I'm saying? And one reason why I even got in this, I come to reach the kids out there. There's children out there that I already know. They told me to do this. Okay. So I'm like 2 or 3 years behind. I work in a psych ward, man. I work in a place where kids hurt, harm themselves, and do a whole bunch of things, a bunch of teenagers. And maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, they were telling me, get a podcast, get a podcast. We'll talk to you, we'll deal with you, get a podcast. And I'm not knowing, they just keep saying that to me. So, and it keep happening, because it's not me asking them, it's just every time, because I do groups. I do groups with kids. And what they do is they say, hey, we need what you're saying. Keep talking to us. We need you out there. Because in here, I can only talk to them in here, in the place I'm in. I can't deal with them out there because there's a HIPAA violation where I can't really talk to them. So, man, I got parents, I got people, kids, just lots, thousands of kids, to be honest with you, want to connect. And they say, get on social media, but I ain't knowing because I'm not
here,
that.
Man. We gonna bridge that
I love you guys because you gonna bridge me. You gonna take me where I need to go.
This
and I'm gonna get here. I'm gonna get
this. I honestly can say, y'all, I feel it. Like I know I be the guy. Like we talked about this. We was like, who's gonna be the guy? And I appreciate when you was like, yo, you gonna be the guy. But I really feel like the guy is gonna be the guy. I feel like it's gonna be because I feel the energy, just the wisdom you got to offer.
I think a big part of it is our perspective on the older generation too.
Yeah, but
I get that gap is what he's saying.
Yeah.
He been through everything we've been through, and we getting ready to go where he's at. But it's the keeping it real part that I think
Yes, sir.
we've been missing, and that's why you lean through it and quit, and that's why you. It's the part where everybody afraid to tell you the truth. It's like the pastor up on the pulpit who say he perfect, and we all know it ain't true, but he up there telling everybody. So we just been quiet for a whole lot of years, right? Just tell us the truth. Just keep it real. Tell us.
You gotta keep it real, because if it ain't real, it ain't right.
I've been through it. What we did.
You see what he told me when I said, "Who was you?" He said, "Sir, no." I was like, "I didn't know that, sir. I didn't know that." Threw me off with this.
So this is a good way to segue into it. Up really does this kid thing, right? They don't know you had group
Actually, you know that you work for me.
Right? He gave me a job when I was, it was first year of college or something. I would come back and deal with his kids' group home, West Oakland. North Oakland. He was in the North.
North Oakland.
North Oakland. He had a group home with kids. I'm going out and I was a sports coordinator. We playing games all day. Right? So he's really been involved with kids. That was 30 years. That was for me 15 years ago. 16, you know what I mean?
I gotta reach out. But then I got my kids here. Okay. It's my family here. Yeah. See, man, there's a lot we really need to talk about because we're missing a lot. We're missing a lot to help each other be men. I need you and you need me. And if we don't bond this together, we don't come together and do this, it ain't gonna work, especially in the black community. See, we gotta understand that it's not about chasing money, but it's about chasing lives. It ain't about chasing no money. We gotta get this straight because we've been chasing the bag, and you gotta realize that you've really been chasing that bag, and you really ain't been a whole person. You understand that? See, we gotta put that down because see, they got us, and we gotta understand if we don't come. See, they're waiting for. They're laughing. I feel like laughing and stuff, but our power isn't who we are. But we don't know that yet. The power of us is who we are.
How does one find that power in self?
You gotta go within. You've been so used to dealing with the outside of you, you don't know what's in. You don't even know you. They don't teach you how to be you. They teach you how to be somebody else. When you need to be yourself. When you find, man, let me tell you something. When you find you're gonna walk in so much power you ain't gonna believe that you got that much power. You know how much respect you got right now?
Amen.
So no, you don't know. But you don't know because you ain't really got into it.
So today's topic, let's go ahead and twist into it, is about emotions anyway. Because a lot of times talking about that youth, we come up and we don't know how to deal with anything. When we're talking we got with anger, depression, anxiety, how to handle
social anxiety,
all of
depression.
It's a lot.
Losing it on people in emotional situations. And I think that right there, all of those things tie into losing it on people in emotional situations. Because if I'm angry, if I'm depressed and all of that, and I go outside and you do something to anger me, I might not be so angry at you. I might just lash out, lose it on you in an emotional situation, and now I'm doing 25.
But who are you gonna talk to as a man, right? It's not really anybody you could talk to. I remember when I was going through shit really bad, I talked to my cousin at one point, and we were talking, and he said, "This is why." He said, "As a man, the only safe space you have as a man is your car. That's the only safe space you have. That's the only place you can go to do whatever you need to do to let shit out, because everywhere else you're gonna get judged. You gotta go." He told me, he said he'd go park his car somewhere where ain't nobody at. He let everything out, because a lot of times, like for example, you be in a relationship, and what do they want in the relationship? Open up to me, talk to me. But if all your experiences are every time you open up to your partner, at some point in that relationship, either during or after, that shit gets used against you. So, and we're already raised, like we talked about last time, we're already raised to not be vulnerable. We're raised to be afraid of vulnerability as men. So we already don't feel safe being vulnerable. That's what happens. We gotta pimp all that shit up. We hold it all in, and then you go outside, and then you blow up. You explode, because as a human being, we are not designed to be able to hold all that shit inside of us, and there's only one way to let it out, and it blows up. And that is across culture. That's why you see men doing all this crazy ass shit.
So let's talk a little quick about a little solution, right? Yeah. So one of the things that's important for men, people period, but definitely men to understand. Let's look at business, let's look at politics, right? Let's look at the president, right? Or any type of leaders. The most leaders that are wise, they have a wise counsel around them, right? They're surrounded with wise people. So they get the ability, even though you see the president, you just see him, he's the face. Yeah. But it's not just him alone making decisions. There are people behind him in a room, right, that are bouncing ideas off of each other. They're talking about these things. They're going in depth. And so that's one of the things, that's the safe space for men that we have to create for ourselves, because you are correct. A lot of times, you know, they may want us to talk and express ourselves, and we cannot, because it is going to be used against you in some shape, form, or fashion, right? And so it either seems as if you're complaining or whatever the case, and you know, we don't have the right to complain.
The man box, they put us in that as a child, they don't cry. We start as children not being able to express ourselves.
So in understanding that, right, we have to get a wise counsel, right? You have to be able to have people around you that you can talk to and express when you're going through it with little mama and nobody understands, you know what I'm saying? Or when your finances ain't the best, you got to figure out some solutions. You need somebody that has some understanding about finances that you can bounce an idea off of. What should I do besides picking up a gun and going to rob somebody or picking up a sack to go rob somebody?
People quick to tell you about a scam they got going. People quick to tell you about how to get into some trouble, but then you get into trouble and none of them people was there to help you.
So get this out. They've turned us against each other. That's why this is beautiful, how we can be men in here, respect each other, and go at it. We have to do this in big numbers, not small numbers. Big numbers, this have to happen. You said something. You said you had to suck it in and not cry. What do you think that's doing to your emotions? When you suck something in, if we sat here and all of it just grab ourselves and just start shaking and don't cry, what's going to happen to you? You ain't going to flow. You're teaching yourself how to build up anger, so then you end up exploding. Because we're supposed to use to talk our words. We're supposed to talk our words. And another thing I didn't like, what they told us we couldn't cry. Man, you better cry. Why do you think the eye duct in your eyes, your tears drop? For a reason. See, these are reason things that has to happen to a man, because they lied and told you no. Man, they've been balling us up for centuries, and that's why we got to break this. We got to.
When we start to talk about deprogram, reprogram,
that's right.
Deprogram. So when we start talking about emotional intelligence, right, which this is about, then we have to start to dive into this, right? So when we're dealing with emotional intelligence, we're talking about an individual, right, that has the ability to control and garner their emotions and the emotions of other people, right? And I don't just mean control in the fact where you're trying to restrict someone, right? But guide, because let's say you walk into a room and someone is hysterical, they're having a breakdown, and it's, you have to know how to deal with that situation, right? That's emotional intelligence. But now you might be dealing with your own stuff. But if you are you are an unintelligent emotional individual, then you're only going to make it about yourself. You have the inability to have empathy, right? Mm-hmm. So even while you're going through it, emotional intelligence, a big portion of that is empathy. You have to be able to.
Compassion is missing from this society.
It is, because we only worried about self. We a bunch of narcissists running around about, we don't care about what's going on or what you got going on. It's just, hey, what me? And so if I care about you, what that means is I'm not being sympathetic where I'm excusing whatever it is you're doing or going through, but what I'm saying is I'm placing myself in your shoes and saying, well, if I was feeling like that, how would I want someone to help me? And that's
while we speak on this and what we doing, you just said we need to do more of this. We got to give a big shout out to big bro, Mr. Fab. He got the Thug Therapy. I believe it's every week, every Wednesday. Every other Wednesday, he got the Thug Therapy going on in Oakland, California. Go out to that, and it's just a fellowship of men that come together, and we do get to speak. It's a free space where we get to talk, we get to express ourselves, and we get to politic, and like you said, bounce ideas off each other, or how to better the community and ourselves.
And that's what's needed too, man. Because there's a lot of cats running around here blind and just killing clouds and people at the same time, you know?
Like I said, it's desensitized. A lot of times, man, like you see something go on, people will pull their phone out. Somebody gets shot right now. Before somebody pull their phone out and call 911, they ain't gonna pull their phone out.
That go back to that programming that Unc was talking about. That programming, man, they program us to be wild, and just run amok. And
Do everything to
I
please
know
their
it.
rights.
And then
We talking about programs.
it's like
talking
it
about
ain't no-
programs.
Hold on,
Oh.
let him finish on the art.
It's just like it ain't no sense. Like when I was coming up, we respected older people. Now the young kids, they don't care about the older people, so they just doing what they want to do. It ain't no sense and no type of.
Because you can't even say nothing to them. You say something to these kids, the parents want to get mad and say something to you.
Not even that.
I wasn't even
Look,
mad. You couldn't say shit.
I tell you- I tell you this, look, I went to Black Grad Day the other day at Tech, right? Shout out to all the graduates.
Yeah, shout out to all the 2024 graduates.
And I was standing like on the bottom stair of the bleachers, and there was a walkway right next to me. Well, these three little youngsters came up, and I'm just like, he's standing in the walkway, but he don't want to move, but he keep bumping into me, and then I'm looking at him, and they all looking at me like we'll mix you up.
Hey, real quick though, right? And I find this touched on what both say too, right? I'm gonna say this though too, right? That we'll be surprised how much respect the youngsters will give you if you just say something. It's how you say it though, right?
Yeah.
But if you say something to these youngsters, I was just talking to a group of youngsters. You know, they just had their prom, beautiful thing. Shout out Donna Renee, I see you, baby. And but the thing is, when I'm talking to the youngsters and I'm talking to them about investing in cryptocurrency and all of that, and they're really paying attention, right? But sometimes you have to just say something to the youngsters because we think automatically, you know, they put this toughness on, and we like, okay, I done already been there. I done been tough. I don't want to have to get into it with you because I don't want to have to crush you, little daddy, and make you crush me. But in all reality, right, sometimes we just got to say something. I can almost guarantee you that 9 times out of 10, man, them dudes will move out your way. Hey, what's going on, youngster, man? Excuse me, man. You see I'm trying to come through. Look, you looking good, man. It's just how you
It's
talk
also
to them.
just the respect level though. I see the OG. I'm just, when he said respecting your elders though, I'm just gonna, certain stuff we just don't see no more. Like getting up, I'm gonna move if I see an older person. Like even if I got a seat, my granny taught me that. I don't care if you a man or not. You just an elder. Hey, brother, so you want this seat, OG? That is missing.
And that's our generation, though. This is a new generation, right?
I'll say something happened though. There's something that happened before our generation. Because I feel like when we were coming up, it was less like, oh, just respect your elders. It was like, give respect to give respect.
Right.
But something shifted because I also think the elders were different back in the day. Like you could check something because I feel like some of my interactions with elders, it wasn't on some like I'm just looking out for you or you being out of pocket. I feel like it'd be on some weird shit. So I used to I'd be like
you said, the approach.
yeah, but the approach would be. I feel like oftentimes the approach was fucked up, and it starts in school with a lot of these white administrators in these schools come at you foul, and it just I don't know. I just feel like
I always felt like all the teachers was lying, bro. My parents didn't believe teachers lied, bro.
My
Teachers
parents,
tell
and you know
lies,
what? It
bro.
was such a. That's why before this started, I told a story about something that happened to me at school, and a big thing that probably impacted my entire life was the fact that no matter how much I fucked up, even when I fucked up, my mom always had my back when she showed
Yeah,
up.
my granny.
And that made a big difference because that changed the way I moved in the world.
Yeah.
And it allowed me to be somebody I feel, that's why it's not a space where I don't feel comfortable advocating for other people, no matter what the situation is, because she validated that you can speak up when something's wrong, even when adults are wrong. And that's a big, important piece, but it does, at a certain point, bust up against respecting your elders, because some of respecting your elders was, you just don't talk back no matter what. So I think it is complicated, but I definitely can attest to that. I don't know, it's something around our generation or right before it, shit went left.
Generation is
Well, let me say
the
this.
worst generation.
There was
That's
a-
one of our topics.
There was
The
a
worst
time.
generation.
There
Okay.
was a time
Yeah.
when older people didn't talk to young people. Period. That's what you're talking about. There was a generation because see, they told me, "I'm gonna talk to you. Don't matter. I'm gonna say something to you. You gotta say something. You gotta know how to talk to people." They're waiting for you to say something to them. Really, that tough outside thing. That's all a joke to a certain degree. You understand what I'm saying? They
want to
need
be
you.
seen.
But they want you to acknowledge them. Hey, young fella, what's going on with you? How you doing?
Right.
It's how you talk to people, because I'm still doing it now. Old as I am, where I'm working at, when I come in with, hey, what's going on? How you doing? It takes on a whole nother form other than me, hey, what you do? No, you're not demanding anything. I'm just connecting with you. And when you come with that kind of attitude, then you'll talk to me. It goes back to communication. If there's no communication, we lost. We have nothing. And we've not been taught how to use our words and talk. We've been taught how to suck everything in, suck your emotions in, suck your feelings in, and then what you end up doing is exploding. And that's what you see.
I feel like that's the biggest solution to all
exploding.
this, communication.
So how do we correct that? So we're in our 30s, and we're in our 30s, 40s, a little bit older, and we've got this community. We found it, we've searched for it prior to this, right? Some understanding for ourselves or whatever we want to say, so that our emotional intelligence piece grows. How does a 15-year-old from Vallejo do that? How does a 16-year-old from Oakland
because when I met him, he was a youth at the center I was working at.
And you was wild.
But the other important piece is that
I went to school.
the other important piece is he didn't fuck with everybody. Right.
No, he had to feel you though.
But
In order to talk to you, he had to feel you. And then you have to be genuine. If you're not genuine, then you have to understand you're not gonna get nothing.
So what's that solution?
So I would honestly say to the young folks, cause didn't nobody know what I was dealing with. I was popular. I had, everybody was cool with me. Didn't nobody know the things I was truly going through because I didn't speak about them. I didn't tell him, hey, bro, I really do have people trying to kill me. I really am outside. Like, that's something you going to school, y'all think about I got to get good grades, but there's people that really want me dead. Or there's people that really want to do something to me. Speak up, say something, find somebody to speak to. Like you said, we sitting here thinking we can't cry. We can't voice our, hey, I'm scared emotionally. I'm 15, 14 years old, walking around my city thinking somebody gonna kill me. I should be able to say that. I should be able to say, yo, I'm scared. Hey, yo, I'm going through something. But we walk around putting on this facade like we tough guys. That tough youngsters, that tough guy shit dead. It's 2024. I just want to let you know that tough guy shit is dead.
You said something. You said, how do we do this? How do we do this? Something simple that we don't do. We don't listen. You ain't listening. I can approach you, I can say something to you, but I can get something out of you. I'm gonna start listening to you, and guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna start talking to me. And when you start talking, then I'm gonna start listening and hearing what I can help you do. But if I don't listen and I just give you directions, then you ain't gonna feel me.
Okay, so that means it comes from both sides, because you played a big role in my life. You came in at a point where I wasn't trying to hear from no man. I wasn't trying to hear from nobody.
So then the
I was
question I
grown,
want to
right?
ask you, how do we connect?
Right? We connected because you listened. I'm thinking. You see what the difference is? We connected because you listened and what nobody else would listen to me back then. And you actually, well, what's going on? That's simple.
But that's,
for a kid, what's going on? Well, let me tell you, when I told you, you were like, oh, okay, this. And it wasn't, nothing was being thrown at me that way at that point. You see what I mean? Everything was a dictatorship then.
Are we listening? Are you hearing that? So that's the approach we have to the 15-year-olds and to the young ones. When we approach them, we have to be able to want to what? I gotta want to hear you. I don't want to just give you advice without first listening to you. Let me hear what the situation is.
He came in and caught me at a crazy time in life.
But it takes patience.
Here's the other thing I do want to say though. He didn't say nothing different than my daddy said. Hey. Right? I'm gonna make sure y'all hear. He didn't say nothing different, but he said it in a way that
it resonated.
So I could. He didn't say nothing different, but he said it in a way that treated me like, not that we were on the same level, but there was a respect factor there on both sides.
Because
it wasn't just blah, 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 get out my face. Like what? It was all right. What's going on?
Once again, we don't know what respect is. We don't really know what it is. We think we do, but we really don't know what it is.
Explain respect.
Respect is it's a communication thing. It's a verbal thing, but I'm walking in respecting you. I don't care what you've done, where you've been. It had nothing to do with nothing. It has something to do with me and you were finna communicate. So I respect you right off. I'm not judging you. Let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on inside. Let's talk about what's real. When we get to that, then we can start communicating, make things work. But if I don't listen to you, and I come with my own agenda, then you ain't gonna really hear me. So that's one thing that was going on with us. I came in to hear you, but I've been practicing. Practice, patience, and perseverance. I got to practice to be better. If you don't practice how to listen, you ain't going to get better at listening. If you don't practice to get better, you ain't going to get better. If you don't persevere, which means I got to keep going no matter what, no matter what you tell me, I'm not going to stop trying to help you. I'm going to persevere through this. I'm going to keep helping you regardless because I want you to get what I'm saying. And if I don't do that, then it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to work.
I mean, some of it, I think the patience piece is key. There's some young people that I connected with who who it took me, it took years. There's some people that squared up with, it's some motherfuckers that squared up with me at the center. 3 years later, they calling me, hey, sick, hey, because I never, even though they tried to square with me, I never treated them like, man, fuck you. I was always like, look, man, you tripping, but when you need some, door was always open.
And we always knew it was the reason for that squaring up.
Exactly. And so for me, it was like one is drawing a line. You got to draw a line to say that, because the other thing we have to acknowledge is that we're meeting people where they're at, right?
Exactly.
So you got a whole life. I met you. How old was you when I met you? 15. He was 15.
33.
33. You weren't 15. You weren't 15. I ain't that old. Hold on. Hold on. I met you. Hold on. Let's take that back. He was 18 because I was 22 when I met you.
Nah, listen.
So look. Hold on. So look.
This
But
man been a guardian angel. Just like you said, he met you at a pivotal point in his life. He met me at a pivotal point. Was it? Nah, wait. No, because 15. What year you start working at the center?
08.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. 17.
Okay.
My bad.
But the point is like I'm meeting him at 17, right?
Still 17.
And so, but what happens is I think we raised what you talked about is we're raised in a society that's capitalistic, and it's driven by patriarchy and white supremacy. And the core piece of patriarchy, white supremacy, capitalism is dominance. Mm-hmm. So OGs come into spaces, they come talk to you. You 17, I be 20. I'm a staff. It don't matter how old I am. I need to dominate. You need to do what I say, when I say, how I say, when I say. And when you come in with that attitude, then it becomes a conflict because none of that idea of domination is so in the moment. It doesn't deal with nothing he been through. And some of those bigger conflicts I've had with younger people, I know it's because they have to test you. Because the more you say, I'm fuck with you, I'm down with you, I'm here for you, the more they got to test you because people have told them that and violated them over and over and over and over again. And so a lot of it's about patience, but it's also about not leaning into these norms. The norm is like, especially for men, it's like I see men at the center come and they try and smash on somebody and all they do is create fire. You pouring gas on a fire because you're trying to dominate somebody who's fighting against that because everybody has gotten them like that has violated them. And we don't know what type of, I mean him at 17, that could be 17 years of trauma I might not be ready to deal with when I run up on him. So I need him to know that whatever happened to you don't matter. Right now, I'm here for you however you need me to be here for you. You gonna square with me? I'm not gonna back down because I need you to know that you gotta respect me, but I'm not gonna be somebody, I'm not gonna violate you. I need to let you know that whenever you're ready, I'm here. And every time I see you, even the kids at Square, every time I see them, I treated them with love and respect because I needed them to know that door was always open.
I want the OGs to know it works. I just said I met him at 17. I'm about to be 34 in October. Here we are 17 years later. I'm a residential manager, job I've been doing that a year now. Residential manager, I managed 2 properties, 84 tenants. I ain't never did that in my life. No managerial experience, none of that. All off your word, you feel me? It's been 3 times this man has been my guardian angel, real life, saved me in life at a pivotal moment in my life where things could have went left or right. I've been able to call him and it went right because he made it happen for me. So that's proof that if you come down, like everything he just spat to y'all, kick that to the youngsters, be that for the youngsters, be there. I told y'all in the last episodes, it wasn't no men there. It wasn't. I just ran into Jason at the Kamaya show. I just told him, like, man, me and Sick working. I remember Jay helped me get my first place. You feel me? My first apartment. Called him and was a reference for me to get my first place. You know, when you trying to get a place, I ain't got no felonies. I've been working since I'm 14 years old. They still don't want to give you no place. They tell you ain't got no rental history. How the hell am I gonna get rental history if all y'all telling me I ain't got no rental history? Me and Jay was Jay was my man's, man. He helped me get my motherfucking first spot.
Some of you would think so small, but so big.
But listen, I was.
Oh, you needed a reference.
Man, listen, I'm getting kicked out my spot in Oakland. I am literally about to. I have nowhere to go at all. My family won't co-sign for me, none of that. I call a mentor at the center, and I got you. You feel me? It's good. I put my name on the line and do it for you. So yeah, man, come down to the level, and who knows? 17 years later, you may be doing a podcast with one of your pupils, man. You know.
One of the things, let's touch on this real quick because it goes in line to it with what you're saying, right? First and foremost, the dominant society, in order to control the people, has had to deal with all of us with force. And so what happens is we pick up these traits and we try to emulate the dominant society. The only reason we listen to the police is because we know that, one, they'll either bring some type of harm to us, and even if we can defeat that one, we know that he's going to have some backup, and if we defeat him, they got the police department. If we defeat them, we know that they have a National Guard. If we defeat them, we know they have an army. So we recognize in that quick, brief second that I'm not just dealing with this one person. I'm dealing with a mass of energy and force that has the ability to destroy me. So then I calm down and I be cool, right? And so those of us who get in some type of position of power, we come in as if we have that same force behind us because we're a counselor or because of whatever the case may be, right? And so we bring that energy to the youth, and they are already rebelling against this naturally. So they don't want to hear that. If you appear like you the authority and you're not coming in a manner in which they can accept, of course they don't want to hear that. So we talk about respect. What is respect? Respect is the highest form of love.
Say it again.
That's what respect is. Respect is the highest form of love. So now when we understand this, right? When we understand this, we're talking about a doctor. When you go to the doctor, you don't walk in the doctor's office and then the doctor say, "Hey, Bo, what's going on? So listen, man, we gonna commit this brain surgery on you because we think that that's what's happening with you." Hold on, Bo hasn't told us that. Hey, listen, I'm just a little bit overweight. I want to get this gastric bypass so you could take some of this out so I could lose a little bit of this because I want to live healthier. I'm like, no, man, I'm gonna cut your skull open and remove a piece of your brain. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, you don't do that when you go see a doctor. The first thing the doctor does is, as our big brother just said, they listen. They got a checklist. Tell me what's wrong with you. So when you go in and you talking to the youth, the same thing that Sick did to Scoop. Hey, what's up with you, man? What's going on? Talk to me. Let me hear your ills. Let me hear your problems, because then I can start to diagnose you. I can start to give you some medicine, right? I can start to give you some tools of life that you can deal with. But if I just come in and tell you what's wrong with you, then I don't think we're going to get too far in that process.
And listening don't always come with talking, because I can honestly say, I don't think I ever told y'all what I was ever going through, but they was just there. I don't know if y'all seen anything, like if y'all saw something, but y'all was just there.
Part of it is just like you said, whatever. It was actually me and Jay. The first time I met him, it was me and Jason. And part of it is just understanding what you just said. We already know what's happening. I meet Scooter. He's in a car. The OPD has got y'all pulled over. Got all 5 of y'all lined up in handcuffs. So for us, it's like my mom. I don't care what happened. He's not wrong. None of them should go to jail because I know how y'all get down. So fuck y'all. So now me and Jason is plotting like, what do we need to do to keep them from going downtown? And so that's what me and Jason did, was everything we could do to keep that police officer from taking these 5 brothers to jail. And that's what we did.
I got my license because of these dudes. They gave me the little free test to do.
Yeah.
I sat in Jason's office taking a free test on the computer all day, and then they paid the money for me to go get my L's. That's why I was in the police car that day, because I took my driver's license. That day, I passed my test in my homeboy's car. I had the test in my pocket. This was his mother's car. He told us it was his car.
She
but he didn't
reported
go
it stolen
home that night. So we went to the club the night before.
Yeah.
He didn't go home. She reported her car stolen.
He didn't know none of the homies.
Yeah, but part of what's important is, now you think about it like this, is for me, it's like when I show up to that situation, right? For me, it's like I understand the systemic structure. I don't care what happened. He not going to jail today. That's once I decided that, we not leaving this scene, and if they do take him, we going to. That's the decision that was made.
And that's the love, though.
And so
because you putting
I
yourself
was
at
in a
risk.
stolen car.
And you feel
I
that.
was the driver. I was by law. I should have went to jail because no matter what, I didn't know that his mother reported the car stolen. He telling us it's his car. I didn't know it was anybody else's car, but the car was a stolen car technically. So by law, me driving it, I should have been going to jail. Had it not been for them, I was going to jail. They was telling everybody, hey, they're releasing all my other friends because none of them was driving.
Yeah.
I was about to go to jail. Not the kid who mom car was, he wasn't going to jail. As the driver, I was about to go to jail if they hadn't walked.
But that's my mom. Show up. I don't care what happened. He didn't fuck up. This is a misunderstanding. It's a mistake, or y'all wrong. Those are three options. Those are three options. And to me, that's a way to build trust. Is to let him. He didn't know me at all. He never met me before. He knew Jason.
They walked down there in them white jackets though. All I said.
We didn't even have white jacket. That wasn't even white jacket
I
time.
was the white jacket.
No, we didn't have a white jacket, but you knew that was us.
I knew that's who them was.
And
though. I
too,
knew
that's a good point because sometimes you don't need to, like, you don't have to always talk to all of the youngsters. You just show them some action, show them a little love. Just, let them know that you got their back without even talking. You don't even have to talk sometimes. And that shows them like, damn, big bro really do care. You know what I'm saying?
Youngsters,
so
listen when you see those actions too.
Yeah, for real. It make you want to just be better overall when you know you got somebody that's gonna be there for you through whatever. It don't matter what it is, bro. Just like his sick just said.
When we went to work for y'all, I wanted to be a good worker, nigga. I wanted to make sure we raw as hell when we did the landscaping shit.
That's right.
When we was doing that, I'm calling here. I want to be the best landscaper.
That's what I'm saying, and like through his actions, his actions made you want to be better. You know what I'm saying?
So let me say this.
Chairman Mao says words are beautiful, but actions are supreme.
For sure.
And that's really what that's the action. Because I feel like he came and was like, you don't even know me, and I wasn't leaving that corner without him.
But see, there's a sense that we have for each other, and Bo was saying something. See, at my job when I'm working, sometimes the kids just want to know that you're watching them. Ain't got to say a word. You just know I'm there. You just feel my presence, knowing, man, if you need something, I'm right here. I'm saying that without saying that to you. And see, we got to have that kind of effect. And let me say this to you: we got that kind of power, but we don't use it. We got that kind of power. If we just show up in the room, man, I change rooms when I walk in there with the kids. I change the rooms without saying anything. When they look, I come in knowing respect is in me, knowing I know who I am, because they ask me questions. Hey, how do you know who you are? See, I'm walking in that. God had showed me who I am, and I got to put that there because I wouldn't have got there.
Who did it?
God. Man, I've had some things that have happened, some supernatural, but I ain't throwing it all out there. But once again, see, I can reach you without talking to you. I can walk in the room, and the atmosphere change. You got to know who you are, and when you do that, they can see that you care about them, not by talking, but just by watching, just by looking at them. Because what do kids do? They want what? Validation. Are you looking at me? Are you paying attention to me? Or are you letting me run wild and do anything I want to do and let me go crazy? But when you show somebody that I'm there, because I can look in your eyes and you see, right now, me and you just having this look. Am I there?
Hey, and too, OG, to add to that, it ain't just kids that we do that to. It's grown people too. I give you an example, right? Now, I was at work. This is probably like about 2 months ago, maybe, right? And it was this bum outside. He was doing whatever, causing a ruckus out there. And I just went out there to holler at him. He was talking to his imaginary girlfriend or whatever, whatnot, right? I was waiting until he was done, and I was just like, hey, OG, they tripping, man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, all right, when I'm done checking this broad, I'm going about my business. I'm like, all right, well, just do it a little quietly, right? And he spent off. Now, I didn't know that they was watching me. I had no idea that they was watching me, but they was paying attention. And it made them offer me another job. You know what I'm saying? And it was just, she was just like, I like how you get down, bro. You handled that situation. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody would, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I was just like, I'm just doing me. I ain't even tripping, you know what I'm saying? But that goes to show that, you can help.
older people too. It don't even got to be kids all the time, you know?
I just use it because I work with
Nah,
the kids.
yeah, I know. I'm just
But
saying.
the power of that is when we find ourselves, watch and see what happens. Watch the magnet that you have on you that you don't see. There's a magnet on you when you start to know who you are. Something's going to come up out of you, and you're going to see that, and you're going to start walking in it. See?
Not just that, when you do that as well, you will receive, and also mention his name, you will be showered with blessings. You got to give thanks to God because I'm feeling that moment. I be feeling like I'm glowing. I'm walking around, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Hey, that's where
That's
I'm
why we
at
started
right
to
now.
make this happen, huh?
That's where I'm at right
When
now.
you feel like you glowing, I feel like the last dragon. I feel like when he reached that mode, I be walking around feeling like that. And that's why I do speak his name so highly. I give such an honor to God for bringing us all together because this is him. This is truly him. He made this happen. Vallejo, Oakland in the building, North, East, and it's crazy. This is what players is about. This is what being a player is about. It's not about having a bunch of women. It's not about, that's not what this, I see somebody said in the comments on one of the, and y'all, people in the comments, I'm petty. I'm not there. I'm fully not there. Be safe. Be careful. Be careful in the comment section. I ain't all the way there. I got a few screws missing. I loosened them myself. But being a player ain't about that, man. With this peace stuff, when I say I'm pushing love, peace, and prosperity, I love what you said. Right off the rip, I respect you because I lead with love and respect when I walk into a room.
That's what we have to teach other people.
When I walk into a room, I love you, black man. I know you going through something just like me, so I love you for that. I know you might be missing some love. Somebody might not be telling you, hey, man, I love. Somebody probably didn't tell you today, I love you. Hey, I love you, bro. Real talk, just so you can hear some love. When I walk down the street, I see people. I speak to everybody.
They don't love you.
So guess what?
Out their way to show you they don't.
So guess what, stranger? I don't know you, but I love you. You feel me?
That's the power of things, right? Because we have the choice. We have the choice how we gonna present ourselves to the world. So if I have the choice, that means I have power. So I can choose to walk in the room and I can choose to disrespect you. And I have to deal with the consequences of that disrespect. But I can choose to breathe life into you and appreciate the consequences, which way bring about rewards also, right? So if I come and I give you that respect, then it can bud as a flower starts to bud.
You said breathe life into you.
I can
That's
breathe
what
life
it is.
into you. That's what we supposed to do.
You know what it is? You walking down the street, you see somebody, y'all both about to cross paths, and they might have a mug on their face or something. Hey, how you doing today? Smile.
And guess what? Sometimes they not gonna even say nothing back to you. But it's okay because you did your part. Your job is just the messenger. And this is one thing for us teachers that I have to say, because I was thinking about this earlier and I want y'all to get this, right? If you are a lifeguard and you're trying to save lives, when you jump into that water and try to save that individual's life who is drowning, they arms flailing, they going crazy, they going under, they can't breathe, life is hard, they feel like they about to die, right? When you as a lifeguard, you attempt to save them, what'll happen is they may be so in their mode that they are scared, they try to pull you down with them. So now that's the same equivalent as you walking down the street and you say, hey brother, how you doing, man? Hope your life is great, hope life is good for you, right? And he may not speak to you. In that moment, that's him, arms flailing, drowning in the misery of life, right? And he has the ability, but is you gonna let him pull you down? No, you have to be the superior lifeguard that know how to deal with that situation and still save the life.
You gotta let him drown a little bit.
But you gotta let them drown a little bit. But
A little bit, they calm down, and then you pull their ass out.
you did your part like you said.
You did your
and,
part.
Man, I'm telling you, that person felt it. That person, it helped them. They felt better today because you did
sure.
that. So
Hey.
I said on the last one, man, be kind, be courteous. Make sure you lead with love and respect. I love that you said that. Love that you said that. And it will change who you are once you find yourself. It's different. Finding yourself, and my advice on that, because we want to give solutions. I love that you said that. My advice on finding yourself, man, is get right with God. Like honestly, I don't know what your religion is, and your religion may not be. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you call him. I don't care if you call him Buddha. I don't care if you call him the universe. Get right with your
I
higher
just call
power.
him sick.
I call on Pop.
Hey, I call on Pac. Look, just know that there's a higher being, man, and if you if you do right and you do kind and you do good in this world, man, that higher being is here for you.
For sure.
And it's gonna be there with you through your ups and downs and those down moments where you feel like, hey, where is this higher being? You can't find it. The reason you get through that moment is because it's carrying you. You looking for it and you can't find it. And you like, where is God? 'Cause some people like to say that. Some people like, well, man, I went through this stuff and God wasn't there for me. You did what? You went through it. You didn't die. You got through it. Who you think got you through that, man?
Who was there?
Who was there? Because if you got through it, you got through it. You didn't fail because you went through that stuff. You didn't quit. You didn't give up. You got through it. So, man, trust in the higher power, whatever that is for you, and give grace to it. Ever since I've been doing that, I've been showered with blessings. That's right. Not just I'm not talking financial, because some people think financial.
It ain't about financial.
I'm talking about when he closing doors for me, and I'm like, damn, what is this? He opening them, and finding out that, because I was always thinking like, man, these doors closing, is something wrong happening? Am I doing something wrong? Is he not here for me? No, sometimes he closing doors.
He has to close them.
Cause I kept trying to go through them too.
Your stuff need to be closed. You ain't gonna be right until he closes.
And then it's a door down, and it's a door down there I had to walk through and change my life. So man, y'all get right with whatever the higher being is, man, and you'll get you closer to yourself. And when you do that, your mind will get right, and you'll start to get better, man, on a better track. You still gonna go through stuff. But I want to touch on some of these things.
We almost to the end.
We almost to the end. That's how I want to look.
Because look, there was one set of footprints in the sand. Then there was two sets of footprints in the sand.
Granny, talk to me.
Then there was one set of footprints in the sand.
Granny.
Then I realized how high I was.
Go ahead, Bo.
Granny. Footprints in the sand.
Like,
Shout out to my granny.
I was gonna hit on that, like, just to piggyback off what you were saying too, is like I drive an Uber and Lyft, right? Yeah. And the back seat of my Tesla is a therapy session.
So I'm gonna tap on that next, because what I was gonna say, we'll talk about this together, is experiences is one thing that helped me in perspectives with my emotions. And when you see how other people think and feel, you be like, why the hell I feel this? Why I feel this? And they feel like that.
Yeah.
You sitting there and you talking to all them people. Being a financial advisor, bro, has made me, bro, money is not my God.
Yeah, for real.
But I understood. But we grew up that Beamer, Benz, or Bentley kids. You don't know no different. And then I sit here and I talk to people and I be like, yo, my happiest clients got the
Least amount of money.
Gee, they live good. They be
And
good. They
that's
know what they
like-
can do. They plan everything out. They map it out. More money, more power. Not to say it's different, but you start to just understand perspective. So that's why I say, you sitting here and you talking to people. And it's like, yo, these experiences have helped me control and manage my emotions, because now I can. It's not where somebody says something, we a kid, and it's like, burn your hand if you touch that. Burn it. Nah, you said you did what? Oh, I'm never gonna do that.
I'm cool.
never
I
gonna
don't want to
do
do
Oh,
that.
you doing what? Oh, well, let me try that. How did that work out for you? That worked
Yeah.
out good. This worked. Oh, well. So you start to think like, why am I even thinking? Why?
You know who I
y'all
do that
this
to?
over-
And
I do that to my friends who pass away and my friends who go to jail.
hey, look, and that's how it happened too. Is like somebody would get in the car, and I can look in the rear view and be like, they going through something. And I just, sometimes that's all it takes. It's like, hey, bro, what's good, man? You all right? And they'll tell me like, man, I'm, whatever they going through, man. My wife telling me she want a divorce. It's my birthday, and we out at dinner, and she just like, I want a divorce, and I'm just like, look,
Can I
man.
ask you something? What make you just, when you see it, because you could just ignore them and drive them and do it. What make you?
I don't know. I have this innate ability to read people.
And no, but I'm saying, but what make you even engage? Like,
That's
'cause you
me.
could
I'm
just
a
drive-
people person, bro, and I care.
It sound
about
like God to
people,
me, but it's just. it sound like God because I'm saying, because you could just be like, fuck this nigga. Sound like God to me, but just, you feel me? Yeah, ability. Because I'm just saying, because what gave you the ability to? Just, that's crazy. You can just be like, you can turn the music up. You can turn the music up, but it's
But elusive. What if he been
though, right?
with you the whole time? Elusive.
But instead, though, right? You first of all, you got this ability to just see somebody need help, bruh. You see they need help. You don't turn your back on them, and you just you try to be there, bruh, and you can just really drive and get your little coins. But that's the guy, bro, and I'm gonna be here as long as we on this show. And you know we talked about, bro, but I'm gonna be a reminder that hey, he real.
And we gonna keep
and
saying
he
everybody
working.
here don't, just so everybody know, everybody here don't believe in God.
You feel me?
I said it's based on tips. It's based on tips.
But hey, you know what I'm saying? But nah, for real. But it's cause that's all the conscience is to me is God. That's all the conscience is to me. God put it all in all of us, and something in you is telling you, man, son, it's a calling in you, because you could just keep it rolling. Something is calling in you to tell you, man, get to them people. Even if it's just for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 17 minutes, this ride. Because how you got that ability? Because some people could just drive and just need some gum.
rock out.
You
Yeah,
want some gum?
turn the music up.
Hey, so listen, right? So listen, right? Let's throw this story in there, and this is about God, right? And this, you know what I mean? Put your jammers on. And this about God, right? So we want to get this because Bo just said something.
I definitely
Get
said
you another
for
drink.
this.
Listen, Bo just said something. Bo said, man, yeah, because when I'm looking for God, I just call on sick. That's what Bo just said. So now let's bring that back around, right? Because everything is real.
You ain't gonna find
so,
God in me.
Hey, listen. This the crazy
Hey,
part.
but you gonna for sure find the truth.
Right, we finna show you how you get to God in you, though.
The truth is who?
Come on, man. So now, with this being the case, this is a story, right? You had the so-called you had the Elohim, right, which some people call angels or whatever the case may be. God say, listen, man, you need to hide me from man, right? You need to hide me from man, because otherwise man will find me easily. So the Elohim, they say, well, look, we're going to put God in the sky, you know. And then the other one said, well, no, man, we can't put God in the sky, because if we put God in the sky, man, eventually man going to get intelligent enough and he going to build an apparatus, a ship or something that's going to go up in the sky and they're going to be able to find God. So the Elohim said, oh, we can't put him in the sky. So where are we going to put God? Well, let's put him in the ocean, man, because we know they ain't gonna be able to find God down there. The ocean is super deep. They ain't went that deep yet. They said, no, man, because man is super sharp, and eventually he gonna build an apparatus. He gonna build a ship. He gonna build a submarine. Something is gonna be able to be found down there, and they gonna find God in the ocean. So they said, man, well, where we gonna put God that man will never find him? Said, you know what? I figured it out. We gonna put God in man, right? Because man will never look or think to look inside of himself. So I'm in agreement with Bo when he said that if I'm looking for God, I'm gonna look to sick. Because I recognize, right, all you gotta do if you looking for God is go look in the mirror.
I just said
right?
conscience.
All you have to do is go look in the mirror, and it's deeper than the physical thing, right? It's deeper than the physical thing. So it's important for you to understand, right? You are in control of your life. Take your power. Take your power. Some people get it through religion. Some people get it through history. What attracted me was the history. My ancient forefathers, the first thing that they told us is know thyself. And when man has thoroughly searched himself, you know what he's supposed to search? Himself again. Because one thing about life, you are the most important thing in the universe. Everything in the universe is a reflection of you. Everything, like I said before in another episode, right? The sun is 93 million miles away. Its rays hits the earth. 8 minutes and 20 seconds it takes to rotate. Straight like that. The blood circulates through your body, right? 8 minutes and 20 seconds. If you don't have no blood circulating through your body, you gonna what? You gonna die.
Wait.
You gonna die. And
Last
that's real
time,
spit.
wait. Last
That's
time,
real spit.
no, we can't. We can't let it finish. Last time we let it fly. Last time we let it fly.
Last time I didn't know.
What you know now?
Hey Siri, how long it take for your blood to circulate through your body?
They trying to put you on blast.
Man, run it.
60 seconds.
Ain't no way. Yeah, Siri don't know what she talking about.
Listen.
And what we call that is man relying on technology.
It's like,
And what we call that is man relying on technology.
Siri says 60 seconds. If I'm drinking the cognac, it might be 13. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
8.32.
listen.
Yeah.
I love how my brother PT. He always
Got the
has a way to bring a story he have and make it, you gonna understand this.
He make you
get it
wanna
this
listen.
way. He gonna bring it down to you and get it to where
You want to listen?
I love it. I love it. You're a true storyteller, and I appreciate you being on this platform and a part of this platform. It's dope. I love sitting here. Y'all be watching. I be like,
he was this sharp in high school. This is not like some
was.
post.
He was.
couldn't post like he got out and he
was.
got sharp. He read some
Everything
books.
be about where
He
you
was
put
this
your-
sharp.
what you put your energy in.
a lot of us don't realize it.
I'm
Though.
telling you, he was this
be
sharp
about what you put your
in
energy
high
in.
school. This is not some new shit. He was this sharp in high school. I remember knowing him in high school and being like, I remember he got an award, future
I
entrepreneur.
went to the school for the last
Say,
quarter.
didn't even show up at school. He's one of them ones.
He went long enough to graduate.
One of
He
them.
graduated.
So as we talk about this emotional intelligence, how to deal with certain things, everything we covered today, solutions, right? So I'm gonna give my solution and let's just go around and everybody just give your solution on or a word, how we ended a word of advice or whatever it is. Mine's is gonna be perspectives, like I talked about, right? I want growing up. We are a product of our environment. We don't get out of our environment, and we seem to make the division of leaving our environment a real thing, right? Like it's negative everywhere else. We're good here, stay here until you get out. And I would like, just to the youngins, get out, see the world, talk to people, talk to random people, talk to as many people as you can, because the more people that you talk to, the sooner a lot of these dots will connect. Nothing will ever connect, and we'll always be figuring things out, but the more you talk to, a lot of these dots will connect. You'll be more emotionally intelligent. You'll learn more. It'll just make more sense. So that's one thing that I didn't get out. We don't get out a lot. You know, we don't see
no
it. So
new friends. People say that. That's the thing.
Drake says that.
No new friends.
yeah,
Drake said we're not quoting Drake today.
we all know no new friends.
we
It's
not.
crazy.
They go for that. Like, how do you
all know
feel
that.
about no new friends?
know
Oakland
that's
gonna be
crazy.
your last show.
I'm always
Drake.
look, anybody who brings good intentions my way. Look, no new friends. I just met you, bro.
That's what I said. Yeah, like
I just met.
yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those things. I'm always open for love. You enter the room with love. I'm always here, but I'll say that to the young folk. It's hard. It's something I didn't learn, and I was shut down on it. But perspectives, being open to young, old, black, white, just different perspectives. Just see it, understand it, grow from it.
Good game. Good game.
Real quick, touching on perspectives. You know, life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% about how you perceive what happens to you. If you change your perspective about a situation, you ultimately can change the outcome of it, right? And so we talk real quick about this no new friends thing. That's foolish, right? That's foolish. We get stuck in this hood project mentality. Think about this. The majority of people that live in the projects, they never even venture to the other side of the city, right? Which is foolish. But I have talked to people who have been all over the world. I've been out the country myself, right? And I've been to Japan, you know, was in Tokyo, was in Shizuoka, I was in these places. And I see that the way that they treated me as a black man is different than a lot of times the way that I get treated in America. But that I haven't been to every place in America. So you go to other places in America, right? The treatment is even different. Could be variations, could be good, could be worse, whatever the case may be. But you have to travel. If you were to travel around the world, right? They say that if you traveled around the world, it's impossible for you to be a poor man. Unless that's what you wanted to do. But if you were into some type of business and finance, it's almost impossible. Why? Because there are things that they have in Africa, right? In certain countries that they don't have in the United States. It's things you got in California that they don't got in Florida. It's things you got in Mexico that they don't have in Canada. It's things that all over the world, you can bring a product or a service that someone doesn't have and put yourself in a good situation, right? Or you can bring some information or a perspective, as our brother just said. So I want to talk real quick about emotional intelligence because this is what the piece is about. Young people, right? Once again, emotional intelligence is young people, all people, right? Right. Get me right. Emotional intelligence is about being able to guard and control your emotions and help other people with their emotions, right? Help them through whatever emotional situations they're going through. It's the ability to be able to stop and think while you may be angry, while you may be frustrated, but not allow that anger and frustration and that emotion to overtake you to make you make a bad decision, right? It's the ability to see clearly in the fog. This is what we're dealing with when we're dealing with emotional intelligence. So you get angry, you get upset. You have to take yourself, in a sense, outside of yourself and think about, why are you angry? What is going on here? Is there a lesson I need to learn from this situation? You have to look for the silver lining in the situation and what you're going through. That is being emotionally intelligent. That doesn't mean you're always going to make the right choice, because you're not. We're not perfect beings. Yeah. It happens. Sometimes your mistakes, right, bring about the great times in your life. I went to prison for 11 years of my life, just got out of federal prison. And that was a great experience for me, man, because it allowed me the opportunity to sit down, find out who I am, gain some information to be life-changing. And now I can come out here. I'm not even supposed to be in a room with these type of individuals. So says, you know, those who come from where I come from. But I'm really in a room with some bosses. And I learned that, guess what? Bosses don't take losses. We take lessons. So everything that ever happened in my life was only to make me greater. Thank you. Become emotionally intelligent. You got this. We got this. That's what it is.
Amen. Oh,
No new friends, huh?
Bo Diggity.
They said no new friends. Well, hey, look, I'll be good with the friends I had before that, but y'all my new friends. And I fuck with y'all. I love y'all. Like, y'all my brother, for real. Yeah, But I want to hit on perseverance, man, because when life get to lifing,
Yes, sir.
you still gotta put your chin up in the air and get to it. Because ain't nobody gonna get it for you how you gonna get it for yourself.
Keep your head up like your nose bleeding.
You got to, and like just that perseverance thing, man, is it may be sometimes you might have a delay in achieving your success, but you always gotta keep on keeping on, man. And youngsters, OGs, young G's, whatever G's, you gotta make it happen for yourself, man. Sick.
That was quick. Go you first, nigga.
He skipped me. Go you first, then me. We talking about, hold on. We've been on this social anxiety, anger, depression, anxiety, all of that, man. But look, when dealing with that, man, the Matrix, you gotta turn into Neo. We have to slow down. We gotta slow down in these moments when things is going down. I don't just think for me when I go out into the world. When I get up and I go out into the world, I'm gonna think for all of those around me. You know what? You may be going through something, like, you feel me? In this moment, I gotta slow down. And I'm learning, like I said, like you just said, we gotta learn every day. Still growing. We're gonna fall. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect, so you're gonna still fall. But slow down in these moments, man. Anger. It's a lot of people right now sitting in a cell or they're in a casket behind anger. So that's one emotion I would love for us to all find a way to deal with. Anger, trauma, because a lot of times our trauma leads to the anger. We don't even be angry at the certain situation. The trauma from past situations got us more angry at you than I should be right now. So dealing with the trauma, learn to let go. Learning to let go of the things from the past. Know that it's in your past. If you've been through it, it's exactly that, something you're through. So let it go. You're through with it. Do not carry it on to all your situations in life. You gotta learn how to let something go. If I'm older, I'm 30-something years old right now, I can't be carrying on some trauma that happened to me when I was younger, thinking I'm about to get to somewhere. If I got a goal I'm trying to get to, why am I putting all this stuff on my back trying to carry it, get to the goal I'm trying to get to? It's slowing you down to get to your goal. So letting go. Let go of past trauma. And I'm going to end it with leading with love and respect. When you walk into anywhere, lead with love and respect. I don't care where you go. I don't care who the people are. I don't care if you never been there before. I don't care if it's a hood, if it's a ghetto, or if you're in a room with 1,000 corporate people who have more money than you, man. Lead with love and respect, and you'll be all right. It's back on you now. I'm not going to OG yet.
I got a message for these bitches out here. I'm just playing. All right, look.
No, hold on. Sick can't drink no more of this shit. Last time he was complaining about the cognac not being
Alcohol
cognac.
for them two, off
Sick
limits.
cannot drink.
Y'all gonna watch us
We
start
not promoting
monitoring.
that shit on here for no. We ain't getting no fee from them. They ain't promoting that shit. Shit was apple juice. It's apple juice. Look. Made me lose my train of thought.
You want to pick up? You said I got something.
Look, I want y'all to see what's happening.
Pick up where you left off. You said I got something for these bitches.
I should,
Pick up where you left off.
look, ready? About to do like Kendrick, do an Eckhart Tolle quote. No, I think. What was the question?
What was the question?
Just advice.
Solution to dealing with.
Lucian?
Solution
Solution?
to dealing with social anxiety, anger, depression, emotions, all of that shit, man. The mental health therapy.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah,
That's right.
This what happened when you let a bunch of regular people get a bunch of mics.
Yeah. It's a long ass question. I tell you that first. It's a long ass question. I tell you that much. Now look, I mean, this is what I say. One thing seriously is I get a lot of phone calls from people who don't have nobody to talk to, or feel like they don't have nobody to talk to. And one thing that's really important, I think, in order for us to really disrupt these paradigms, especially around capitalism, white supremacy, patriarchy, is as men, we have to release our desire or with the feeling we have within us to dominate. You gotta let that go, because that is when I talk to a lot of young men, it's this when we get to the core of the issue is a lot of times it's like their inability to let go their need to dominate hit their friendship, their relationship. They want to dominate. I told the motherfucker whom I told her this, that. So you got to let that go. Stop trying to dominate everybody, because this idea of dominating people is unnatural. Dominating other people is unnatural. Is European. That's right. That's one. Two is you can say European. You can say white, European, Caucasian. But it comes from it really is. And like you said, because everything that this society we live in is based off of everything that's structured is based off of acquisition by force.
You see that? That's what all them goddamn Netflix telling on them. They put all them shows about them motherfuckers.
Just remember, Netflix is part of the shit. So that's one.
They showing it.
Netflix is part of it, but it's this idea we don't need to dominate everything. Once you release this desire to dominate shit, your life gets way easier. You don't need to control everything and everybody around you. Stop trying to dominate everything. You don't need to do that. That's why you see shit like Diddy. Diddy's trying to dominate shit in a society that's not designed for black men to run shit, control shit, own shit. So whatever's happened to Diddy, I mean, the easy way to say it is, I mean, no, we could talk about Diddy. I mean, the whole shit is fucked up.
Like we gotta go,
but the whole shit is fucked up. But if you really dig into it, I'm not making excuses for Diddy. I don't support any of that. I'm never like Diddy. I've never fucked with nothing he's done. I've been hearing this shit for decades. But a lot of that is based in this need to dominate, this need to control, this need to run shit. And it's just unnatural. It's an unnatural thing. Go ahead.
Real quick, because I know Unc finna go, right? One of the things too, right? We as men, especially with a show like this and a podcast like this, it's important for us and other powerful men, right? We have to create a space, right, for young men to be able to transition into manhood. That's very, very important, because I just thought about my son. He just got out of a situation, right? He's 17.
17.
He just got out of a situation. Very, very beautiful. I want to thank Bo too, Cause Bo, little daddy just came home. Bo just threw me some stuff to make sure that he all right. I don't even know my son. So this is the type of love that is created when you have this type of circle. So I appreciate that. That was huge, Bo, and he gonna appreciate it. I think it's important because I look at him and his young friends, and I see myself, and I'm like, damn, we all doing the things that we used to do at that age, right? Do all of the wild type of things, right? And I look at it and I see, damn, why is the individual acting out like this? But what's really going on is they're young warriors, right? But they need somewhere to put this energy that's positive, because warriors haven't changed over the century, right? So the warriorhood and the masculinity that's in these young dudes is there, but in this type of system, that attitude and that energy that they have is going to destroy them because they have a bigger element that is against them, and it's not enough for them to do what it is that they want to do. And so we have to create some type of funnels, some type of channels where they can go through. They have to be willing to listen and learn first and foremost. We understand that, but we have to create something, right? So that they can place that energy into a positive channel.
It's called the TAM program.
Because otherwise, right, man, these individuals, they're gonna destroy themselves, and it's happening all over the country. I see it. I'm looking at them, and I'm like, damn.
But not even that. It's because it's unnatural. The shit we're going through is unnatural. So part of what we're dealing with, we want to reach young men, is we have to reach them and help them navigate an unnatural process, because the system designed around us is unnatural. It's created to dominate us. The whole situation you talked about with the police is a perfect example, because we don't just see an officer and say that's one officer.
No.
We see an entire system that will come down upon us and crush our entire being, our entire city. I mean, we have examples in the past where people push back against the police department. They crush entire cities. Yeah. So to me, he's 17 and he knows that. So when he sees me and Jason roll up and say, "You're not taking him to jail," he understands that we're not just talking to one cop. We're risking this could go anywhere.
Man, you gotta understand. I'm from the city where they killed 4 officers from, man. I remember when Lavelle Mixon killed them officers, how the police start acting in the city. They didn't care how young we was, when they seen us then. So seeing that was definitely, I ain't never seen nobody stand up to the police, especially no man. And so in person.
So that's what we're dealing with. And so a lot of our anger, our depression, anxiety is rooted in this system that's designed to